Memories of working for Future Stars of Wrestling. Was that one of the first companies that you worked for out in Vegas?
The first.
Okay.
And that was the school I broke in with as well. So, first memories, I was enjoying every second of it. I had so much fun. I mean, I have nothing bad to say at all about the place. It was a blast.
Was it hard for you to network and to get bookings during that time period?
Yes.
Okay.
Next to impossible. And the reason being was because I wasn't a draw. Nobody is when you're first getting involved, you know? Like, a lot of independent wrestlers don't understand that when they're breaking in. They have a totally different preconceived notion of how this is going to go. Like, it's great to have aspirations of grandeur to be somebody in the business, you know? Nowadays, like, and I grew up in this generation too, they put on a wrestling game, they create a character, and they live vicariously through this created character in a video game. And, you know, some people, like, not to sound like an asshole, but, like, don't have a strong sense of reality. Like, hey, man, like, if you want to be this character you've created in the game, you live vicariously through it, and you, like, want to, like, become that character or whatever, you go to a wrestling school, and I've seen this a million times. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you know, I've seen people try to, like, fantasize about what they could be, who they could be, and then walk into a school and expect to be that. It's like, no, that's got nothing to do with anything. Like, you need to be the person that people are seeing. Like, I couldn't go out there and work as Giant Gonzalez. I'm not 7 feet tall. As bad as I want to be Giant Gonzalez, I cannot go into a school and go, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be this character that you're giving me. I know it's temporary, and I know it would be good for me to learn. And no, I don't want to be that. I want to be Giant Gonzalez. It's like, people are not seeing Giant Gonzalez when you get in the ring. You're 6 foot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, like, there's just, yeah. There's a lot of really, really, really good talents in Vegas. And then there's some talents in Vegas that still need work. And I wouldn't encourage a casual commercial wrestling audience to go watch them, because sometimes when people aren't ready to be in the ring and they get in there, not to sound like a wrestling snob, but it's a little bit of a disservice to everybody in the industry. Like, if we're going to get in front of people and people are going to pay money to watch a good show, it should be a good show. You know, people are fickle, like, and rightfully so when their money's involved. If they see a bad show, I mean, if I saw a bad show anywhere, Cirque du Soleil, I'm not giving the show a chance again.
Right.
I went in, I'm going to be pissed that I spent money, and I'm leaving. It was not a good show. So, like, I just think there should be a stress. We should really stress people being ready to be in the ring before they're in there. Don't just get in there for the novelty of it. Like, really, like, take pride in your work. And if you need to be overcritical on yourself, not to, like, a spiritual deficit, but, like, be critical enough in yourself that, like, you want to get better, and don't settle for what you think is decent now. Like, I can't even tell you, like, I don't want to watch my matches from 6 years ago. I don't. So, but it's because I want to improve, right? So.
You also worked for West Coast Wrestling Connection. Was that Portland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any memories?
Lots.
Who were some of the talents that were there as well?
Len Denton, Gangrel, Whirlwind Gentlemen were there too. Hammerstone. Love that dude, man. He's been cool to me since day one. He's a rising star in the business right now. Like, people aren't even ready for what he's doing right now between Japan and MLW. Yeah, I met a lot of people there working with Gangrel and Matt Stryker. Those two guys, man, they really upped my psychology and my game and my comprehension of what it was that I was doing and why I was doing it.
And especially Len, he's been, you know, in business forever.
Yeah, I loved him, man. Anyone who's ever in a car, I found out he was in a car. I was trying to get in that car. Just
right.
Listening to him, you could learn so much.
Any stories that stick out? Any lessons?
Nothing I would want to tell, because they're his stories to tell and not mine, just out of respect. But
right.
Like, he told a lot of stories about pertaining to business and drawing and, you know, just how to engage with a crowd and the difference between working a live event versus a televised event and the do's and don'ts. And Stryker did that for me too, and so did Gangrel. But, like, yeah, Denton's seen so much.
Oh yeah.
Like,